Thank you for joining us for another week of Radio Rohan. I'm attorney Doug Rohan of Rohan Law, and we're going to talk today about workers' compensation claims. We'll be back in just a moment. This week's theme, we are talking about workers' compensation injuries. Now, it's not sexy, it's not something that a lot of attorneys do, but it is something that's very important. The reason why is because the state legislature controls what benefits you can get and whether or not you can even file a claim. So what we want to talk about today is a little bit about when do you need to hire an attorney and what does an attorney bring to the table in a workers' compensation claim. The most important thing to understand is that workers' compensation is an administrative process. That means it exists outside of the Georgia court system. So in this particular case, it doesn't matter whether there's any negligence associated with the claim, who's at fault for what happened at work. The only baseline question we have is, were you injured while you were working? The next most important question is, does your employer have workers' compensation insurance? As long as those two issues are satisfied, you have a valid workers' compensation claim and you should hire an attorney. Now, some people I've found don't even understand what it is that an attorney does or how to pay for an attorney. The reality is that we work on what's called a contingency fee basis. We are going to collect money from the insurance company to ensure that you are provided for financially. Of those sums that we recover, we will take 25%, leaving you with 75% of those monies. Now, the nice thing about workers' compensation is that you have some benefits that you're entitled to before we ever get to the point of talking about settlement. Your employer, immediately upon learning that you've been injured at work, should provide you with a list of doctors that you can choose from in order to seek medical attention. If the employer fails to do that, you get to seek the doctor of your choice. This is the first point where an attorney can be very valuable. We know the reputation of the various doctors in the area, and we know which ones are likely to provide you with a true evaluation versus those doctors who want to continue working with the employers and will minimize the extent of your injuries. The next thing is, how do I hire an attorney? It's very simple, especially in this day and age of COVID and this time of not meeting in person. We allow all of our new clients to meet with us electronically via Zoom or in a telephonic conversation, and then we can sign the contract electronically over email. We've made it as easy as possible so you can focus on healing, recovering, and getting better. The other thing the employer needs to provide for you is a weekly benefit. If you are out of work due to your work accident, your employer needs to replace your income by paying 2/3 of your weekly salary. A lot of times employers say, don't worry about it, we'll take care of you, don't worry about reporting it, we'll take care of your medical bills. They're willing to do that right up until they get that first hospital bill for $80,000. So make sure that you're reaching out to an attorney at the very beginning of your case so that we can make sure you're getting the doctor you need and the weekly checks that you're entitled to. If you have any questions, we are always available to offer you a free consultation. Let's talk about your work injury. Hiring an attorney is a simple thing to do, and it really is the best thing to do for your case. Call us today at 404-923-0446. Again, that's 404-923-0446. Here at Rohan Law, we are your best legal option. We will make sure that your benefits and your rights are protected. Remember, there's no out-of-pocket cost, and we will only get paid based on what we recover for you. Call us today for your free consultation. Thank you.